everyone, and welcome to Live in the Rise. We're live in the Rise again. Let me clean this camera. Okay, here we go. We are live in the Rise again, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of this Live in the Rise. Hey, welcome to Live in the Rise. We are here again. Oh my goodness, so much to unpack. I'm just waking up, everybody. But we are here again. Let's give it a round of applause. Yeah, we are here again. Thank you for joining Live in the Rise. Hey, everybody. OM goodness. We are here. Happy May 4th. May the 4th be with you. It's happy May 4th. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Live in the Rise. Sit, have a seat. Don't go. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Guess what? We have some fire popping stuff happening. We are alive in the Rise. It is Sunday. It's a beautiful day outside. It's supposed to be raining here on the Eastern Shore. Those of you who are on the Eastern Shore of the U.S. and those of you who are in Texas, brace for these storms that are coming. They happened yesterday, I believe. But please brace for these storms. They're coming. And be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. That's important. So we want to get started today. I don't know what the theme is today. I haven't looked at the theme. I haven't looked at what the psalm is, what the word is, what the verse is. I haven't looked at anything. So we're going to get started. Hi, Adrian. We're going to get started and let me see what the psalm is. Today is the 4th of May. So we are on Psalm 17, is it? And then yesterday was Psalm 8, but I wasn't on yesterday. So I didn't do that. I didn't come on yesterday. So Psalm 8 is how majestic is the name of righteousness. Don't take it for granted, right? Don't take it for granted. How amazing the word righteousness is. And let me get my vacuum in the background here. Roll it up. Because I was cleaning, vacuuming. So the Psalm is 8. Psalm 8. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for liking it. It is Psalm number 8 today. Psalm 8. Psalm number 8 today. Okay. Thanks for liking the video. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, El Sue, our moderator, is in the room. Wishing wellness to all life on this planet. Let's greet El Sue with some life emojis. What is representing to you of life? Flowers. We have Iran in the house, my Iranian brethrens and sisterins. Hey, Coop. Thanks for subscribing. What is happening? This is going viral. Okay, let me tell you all what's going on. I am the new bachelorette. I am the new bachelorette. Yes, I'm the new bachelorette. I've created my own bachelorette little show. And it's happening this summer. Oh my goodness, it's just got out of control. I'm the new bachelorette. By the end of the summer, I'm going to be somebody's wife. Yep, at the end of the summer, I'm going to be somebody's wife. And it's a fundraiser. It's a breakup party. It's just all of it. So like and subscribe to this video so you can get notifications of when I'm live, so you can see the person and the people who are going to be vying to be my person. So I already have one person already. Shout out to you, Mike. Mwah. Talk to you. So sleepy because I was talking to to Mike. Mike is one of the people who are going to participate with me. Mike has agreed. He wants to vie for my love. So he is going to be on there. Another friend of mine I wanted to be on, but they said they don't want to do that. They don't want to be in a competition to get my to be my person. So those of you who want to be my person, you want to be that person in my life that's going to keep me safe, that's going to be there, that's going to be, that person, they have to be able to be public with me. You have to be able to go out in the public with me. You have to be able to not be afraid to do YouTube videos with me, talk about our relationship. You can't be afraid to do that stuff. So if you are vying for, to be my person, and I haven't selected anybody yet, I'm just interviewing folks, then send me a shout out. You can go to social media. You can go to my Facebook. You can go to my YouTube. You can go right here to YouTube if you want to be part of this. I'm gonna have hometown, so you have to be able to come to the Virgin Islands where I'm at in the Caribbean this summer. So you have to be able to come there. You have to be able to meet my family, meet my children, and be able to do that. If you're not able to come, we can do a video conferencing. We can do virtual. So you can come in virtual. Hey, Dexter. Mwah, what's happening to you? What's up? How you been doing? Subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all the good stuff you got to do. Yeah, this is what's happening this summer, everybody. I am putting myself out there to find my person. And my person is going to be, that person has to be able to not be jealous, be emotionally intelligent. There's some requirements in order to be my person. I'm doing great, my mate Dexter. Are you watching from the UK, or are you watching from Ireland? Are you my island brethren? Okay. So I wanted to preface this video, this Live in the Rise, with that I am the new Bachelorette. I am the new Bachelorette. And it's not on ABC, it's not on Hulu, it's right here on YouTube. So get ready, okay? You'll get to meet the folks that are going to be going on a dates with me. So I have one date coming up. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to have my video, so you get to, I'm going to put this on while I am on my date. And you get to see, okay? I'm gonna have hometowns. I said that. I'm gonna have a fantasy suite. No ego. It's all based on the Bachelor Nation, and that's how I'm gonna do it.
There was an earthquake in St. Thomas.
Oh, see, earthquake. I just got a word that there was an earthquake where I'm from in the Caribbean. You know what that means? After earthquakes, there's following tsunamis. So Dexter from the UK. You're from the UK. And no ego. Where are you watching from? Tell me where you're watching from. 3 a.m. earthquake. 3 a.m. earthquake. You know what that means. Earthquake in diverse places. So this is gonna happen. I'm excited that I'm gonna find my person. And in finding my person, we'll see what's gonna happen when I find my person. Okay, so you gotta stay tuned. You have to subscribe. You have to like this video, because when you subscribe to Patreon, to my Patreon, you'll be able to see it. So let me see what's happening. A tragic end to the carnival festivities and a tragedy for his family and friends. Who is this? Another sacrifice. They have to have somebody to sacrifice in these things. It's just ridiculous. This is really insanity. Insanity. That what's happening. So, you Jamaican man might have a yardie in the room. We have a yardie in the room living in the NYC. You're right up the road on the Eastern Shore. No ego. So yes. So if you are interested in being part of this, you have to sign a release. You have to sign a release. My production team, which is showing me something here, St. Thomas Carnival fireworks. That's beautiful. They must have paid a bunch of money for that fireworks in the Virgin Islands, and they don't have a public library nor a public high school on the island of St. John. Isn't that something? But yet you got money to jump up and show your arse. What is the world coming to? So, guess what? We have, this is happening. Yeah. So, it's going to be interesting finding my person in this journey ahead. As I said before, my person has to be able to stand in love. They cannot fall in love. They have to be able to stand in love. So, shout out to those out there who want to be part of it, want to be part of this journey with me. And it's going to be fun. It's a fun opportunity and then you get to be with the Black Mermaid. You get to go out with the Black Mermaid. That's me. I'm the Black Mermaid. So we have one person already signed up. Okay, so if you want to sign up to be on my bachelorette show, I'm having a bachelorette show. I decided that I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take my personal life seriously. I haven't. I was working, busy, and just finished graduate school, and that's what it is. Are mermaids real? Yes. You're looking at one. Mermaids are real, and they're real. We don't see them because we're land dwellers, but those of us who are in the ocean all the time, you're gonna come upon one. Okay, now I'm the Black Mermaid, and because I have legs, I'm disguised with my legs. You don't see that I'm the Black Mermaid until I go in the water and my legs fuse together like this, friction, because I'm swimming so fast, and this is what happens. So thank you for liking the video. Thank you for being part of this, because it's groundbreaking. I am groundbreaking. Okay. I am very groundbreaking because of the fact that I have taken my personal life into my own hands. I'm taking my personal life into my own hands. So you have to, people may be upset at me, whatever the case is, but I'm going to do that. I am going to take my personal life and create my future in an investment in my personal life. And this is an investment. Finding my person is an investment, because that person is out there. My person is out there. And I always communicate with righteousness, with God, that my person is safe, they're healthy, they're uplifted, their families are good. I want my person to be ready for me and for me to be ready for them. So whoever that may be, then that is who that's going to be. That person who's going to go out of their way, like, to show me better than they can tell me that I'm their person. And they want nothing else in the world but to give me happiness, a home filled with love, kindness, and basically life and truth and honesty and integrity. And when I'm away for long periods of time, they don't go and meet someone else. They are loyal, they're true, and they have a love for me that is right up there with the creator. So the creator is first, then it's me. They put the creator first, then me, then themselves. They're third in the trinity of a relationship, right? They're third. So yes, we have so much to unpack. Let's get started, shall we, with our verse today. Because our psalm today, as I said, is Psalm number 8. And Psalm number 8 is 9 verses. It's really short, really quick and to the point, and I love it because it signifies the majesticness of goodness. How majestic is the name of righteousness, okay? So this psalm is a psalm of David, is according to the Gittith, and it's how majestic is the name of righteousness. We're getting some rain now on the eastern shore. It's coming to us. So I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is righteous, what is good, what is kind, what is loving, what is most honorable, and what is forgiving. You have to have forgiveness in your heart. Okay, you have to. And our psalm today aligns with my theme of self-liberation and self-empowerment, to intentionally find my person. Intentionally, not going online and meeting people randomly. No, this is intentionally finding my person. So the person that I initially wanted to be with is married to someone else. So there goes it. So now it's my turn. It's my turn. And in that turn that I have made, I've made not a U-turn, but a right turn. And that right turn is turning me into realizing that I cannot wait for someone to come to me. I have to go seek and find them out. So my channel is going to be elevated to my bachelorette show. And it's not even a show, it's a life story. You're going to follow me through my life story, through finding my person, through finding that person. You're going to sit there with me on the first date with that person. Okay? You're going to sit there with me on that first date. You're going to see that first. I'm going to have cameras set up. It's going to be really nice. And I'm going to have talks after the date about the person. I'm going to talk about them. They're going to talk about me. And you get to see both sides of it. You're going to get to see the person that I'm dating, that I date, and the person and how I feel about it. So it's not going to be one person. It's going to be more than one person. So for those of you who want to be part of this, women, men, it doesn't matter. White, black, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your color of your skin. I really prefer the color of my skin. I like to see somebody with my skin color. But if you want to be part of it and you want to try to be part of the Bachelorette, the Black Bachelorette, the Black Mermaid Bachelorette, then throw your name in the hat, and I will contact you. I will talk to you over the phone, get to know you, and see if you are going to be able to want to be part of this. You have to sign a waiver. You're not getting paid. This is not something paid. It's just my YouTube channel show that I've created, and it's to find my person. It's called the Bachelorette Bash, and that's what it is. This summer, by the end of August. What, Steve Lawson? What is a thumbs down? By the end of summer, I should be somebody's wife. By the end of summer, I should be somebody's wife. Yeah. So everybody will get to know about it. Those who watch my channel, those who know me, those on my Facebook page, those on my LinkedIn, those on Patreon, those all over will know that I am with someone because you've seen the progression of it. Okay. So thank you so much. Let's get the Psalm of the day rather on. And the Psalm of the day is 8. How majestic is the name of righteousness. We're being honest and we're having integrity about ourselves. So the Psalm 8 begins, oh, righteousness. Oh, righteousness, how majestic is your name. Oh, no ego. I've ran this by my children. Yes, they're in on it too. The person has to be interviewed by my children. They have a list of questions to ask. And my children feel that this is a good opportunity for me to meet someone and meet my person in a way that's safe. It's safe. People meet people online and they go missing. So it's safe. And it's a journey. Enjoy all you want and desire along your journey. Yes, Elsu, that is very correct. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe to this uplifting channel. Thank you, Elsu. And let's welcome Elsu. Like and subscribe to this uplifting channel, because guess what's going to happen? People might end up doing this. They might end up, instead of dating online, they might do this and put a call out that they're looking for their person and have, several people go down the line and see who wants them and who's going to go out of their way for them. And there's certain little games that we'll play to see, they would have to write a poem to me. That's one of the things they have to do. You have to write me a poem and read it. The other thing is, because I love reading, the other thing is you have to be reading a book. So what is the book you're reading? You have to tell me what the book is that you're reading. You have to be reading a book. And the way I know you're reading a book is that you talk about the book to me. That's how I know you are reading a book, and I get to see the book that you're reading. You know what I mean? So there's certain things that is going to be happening. You have to write me a poem. That's a big thing. Write me a poem, and you're reading a book. So literacy, art is another thing that's important. If drawing a picture of me. Draw a picture of me. What do I look like to you? You may not be an artist, but you still need to draw a picture of me. I need to draw a picture of you, because we get to look at each other's faces, and that's part of the journey. So drawing each other's faces is another activity that we're going to do. Drawing each other's faces and writing each other a poem. The next thing is writing a song. Poem, song, art. 3 main things. So we'll see. And then the audience who watches this may get to say, oh, you should pick this person. This person looks at you with eyes of love. They might say that. So I want to see what other people are seeing, because oftentimes we get so close to a relationship, we don't see what we need to see. Other people see it and they tell us, and we're like, that's okay. And then years later, we find out they were right. What? I didn't see that. So I'm doing this in order to alleviate that problem. I want other people to see this person, okay, and how they see me and what they think of the person. So there's going to be a panel, not just my children. I have two children that are alive. One is 25, one is 28. And they're going to be very instrumental in this searching for my person, searching for a person for their mom. Okay. So that's going to be fun and interesting to see happen. So in the Psalm, we have this majestic lifting up of the name of righteousness and this setting a glory above the heavens. So we seek for what's above, not for what's below. Sex is going to be there. We're going to talk about that too. Sex and what you feel about sex and how sex is used in a relationship. What is it like? Is it a communication thing, or is it something you use as a weapon? You hold it against someone, or you use it to hurt someone. What are you using sex for? That's another conversation when I'm finding my person. Okay? So that's another thing. A lot of people I talk to, they say they won't go and have sex with certain people. That's a no-no. They won't do this. That's a no-no. They won't do that. So what do you do? What are your no's and your yeses when it comes to intimacy with your partner? I've heard that it's cuddling over coming. Like cuddling is better. Sometimes people prefer cuddling than actually the act of the intercourse and the orgasm and coming. You can come from cuddling. Okay. Yeah, that's happened to me, cuddling. So anyway, we're getting deep into some other stuff. However, this is all part of your divinity. You are wonderfully made. And because of that, you should not be ashamed of your sexuality. You should not be ashamed of anything about sex and love and how that's expressed, because we are divinely made to express that. We have body parts that were created for pleasure. And that pleasure was created as a ripple effect in order to procreate, new life. So what new life are you getting when you have sex? Are you just having an orgasm and then that's it, and then you fight and beat each other up after? What's happening? Is it an elevation of procreation of life, even though you're not carrying a baby? But what other life is being created from that copulation with someone? Is it just pleasure, or is it you're coming together for a specific goal, and sex is the tool that you use to achieve that goal? What is the goal? A new business? You're writing a book? You're starting? You're building a house? You're creating what? What are you doing that intimacy for? What is it leading you to? In other words, so out of the mouth of babes and infants, okay, out of the mouth of babes and infants, righteousness has established strength, because there's enemies out there, and the enemy is the big flesh. And that flesh is going to be stilled, and the avenger is going to be hushed, because the flesh is our biggest enemy. We often want to think the enemy is outside there. They're coming to get us, the enemy. No, you're your worst enemy. Okay, you are your worst enemy. You do things that you say to yourself, you're not good, nobody's going to want you. You say these things, and then what happens? The devil comes knocking, and you get into a situation that is demonic. and you end up marrying demons. You end up sleeping with demons because you're not focused, on within. You thinking the enemy is out there. So you trust everyone when the enemy is yourself. You are your own worst enemy, I tell you. That's my son. He has to approve. Yeah, he has to approve anyone on this bachelorette with me. So, as the bachelorette, I am the new bachelorette on the YouTube channel, this channel, Dr. Sewer's channel. I am the new bachelorette. So, that was my son. You gotta get interviewed by him. He's a content creator, he's a filmmaker, he's a rapper, he's a musician, he's a creator, he does these things. And we have the same birthday. We have the same birthday. Yeah, we have the same birthday. So he was born, I gave birth to him on the day my mom gave birth to me. So it's significant. And my daughter was a home birth. So when a woman has a home birth, don't mess with a woman who had a home birth. I'm just saying. Okay. So when I look at the heavens, when I look at above and the work of the fingers of righteousness, creating the universe, the moon, the stars that have been set in place, they're set. Okay. Who am I that creator is mindful of me and the son of man that the creator cares for it, for us. Who are we that we are cared for, right? Because we have been made a little lower than the heavenly beings. There are heavenly beings. We don't see them because we are in this divine body. But when we tap in, when you tap in to that inner love, that inner power within you, you can talk to the heavenly beings. You can be there with them in the midst and see them and be there to see in the body that you have here on this earth. Because you have been crowned. You have been crowned with glory and honor. You see, I have my crown, right? My person that chooses me and that I choose is the only one that can see me uncovered in my full glory of creation. That's the only person that can see me in my full glory. So I have been given dominion over the works of my hands. And all things have been put under my feet. All things. Sheep, oxen, the beasts of the field, the birds of the heavens, the fish of the sea, whatever passes along the path of all these have been put under my feet. I'm not going to eat. I don't eat oxen, I don't eat sheep, I don't eat chicken, I don't eat lamb, I don't eat goat, I don't eat horse, I don't eat octopus, I don't eat spiders, I don't eat anything that's crawling and living. It's got to be a plant that stands, shoot up. That's what I eat. I'm a plantician. Okay, not a vegetarian. Vegetarians eat processed vegetarian foods out of a box. I eat foods that are grown out of the earth. That's a plantarian. I eat plants. I will go out and forage and eat plants. So the fish of the sea, that was the final thing for me to stop, was the shrimps. I love the shrimps. Saute and juicy. I love it. I had to stop. That's not for me. So because that's not for me, I am seeking a person who's ready for the journey. Are you ready for the journey of living on this earth and eating to live with me in a loving, beautiful relationship? Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be part of a journey? Not even my journey, our journey. Okay? So that's the psalm today, right? How majestic is the name of righteousness in all the earth. I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Let's get to the verse today.
Verse,
Verse of the day.
verse of the day. Verse, verse of the day. Verse, verse of the day. Verse, verse of the day.
So the verse of the day today is coming from Second Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. Second Chronicles. When the people of righteousness, when righteous people that are called by the name of righteousness, when these folks humble themselves, humble yourself and communicate to righteousness, like prayer, talking to God, and seeking the face of God. Don't seek my face. You got to seek for the face of the higher one. And then they turn away from their wicked ways, lying, cheating, stealing, murdering, extortion, bribes, what else? Violence. When people turn away from their wicked ways, then they're going to be heard. Their communication to righteousness will be heard from up above. And their wickedness will be forgiven. Yeah, they're going to be forgiven, and their land is going to be healed. So remember, righteousness exalts a nation. Only righteousness is going to exalt a nation, right? Righteousness is going to cover the earth as the water cover the sea. That's what it's going to be. Get on the righteous road. Get on the road of righteousness. Stop lying. Stop being selfish just about yourself, okay? Stop being deceiving. Be honest with folks. That's why I am doing the Bachelorette. I'm being honest. This person knows I am seeking for my person, and there's other people in the mix. And at the end, I choose my person. Everybody who is on this chooses me to be with me. I now have to choose you. I choose myself first. And that is going to guide me to choose my person. Okay? So Second Chronicles is important because humble. Be humble. Don't be mad and jealous that I am doing this Bachelorette. Those of you who out there as judge and jury and executioner, don't be mad at me. Okay? I ain't mad at you. I want you to say that. Say that. I ain't mad at you. You do you. Thank you, Elsu. Yeah. So in that journey, we have forgiveness. And that's where I am asking those who are choosing me to step up and humble themselves. Be honest. Tell me the truth. Be honest. That's all that I seek for. Honesty and respect. I named my dog Respect for a reason. Okay? I named him Respect for a reason. And I love the fact that Second Chronicles is talking about this because this is the theme today. Finding my person, finding that one. We're getting ready for the summer. I'm off for 3 months volunteering with a community service project every summer. And I need my person to be there. I need my person to take time from their life, if they want me in their life, to be in mine. To be in mine. And I'm calling out, I may get people that knew me back in the way, and they might want to be part of this. So everyone's going to have their time. We're going to have a group virtual date on Zoom, where everybody who is part of this bachelorette is going to see each other on Zoom. I'm going to give you the link, and you're going to link up on Zoom, and we're going to all have a good time. We're grown adults. We're grown adults. And this is how I am going to set the pace for the new dating season of in this life. This is my new dating season. It's not somebody that I knew years ago. It might be somebody that I just met. I'm giving everybody a chance. I'm giving them. This is about the Most High. Righteousness. I'm giving it up to righteousness. I leaving it in the hands of righteousness to find my person, and I'm making the effort. Right? When you take 2 steps to the Most High, you get 2 steps will be taken to you. So this is why I'm doing this. Some people might ask me, why are you doing this? Why don't you just go find somebody and date, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm using YouTube. This is my bachelorette. I am creating my own bachelorette. I look at the Bachelor Nation all the time and the Bachelorette and all this. I said, I'm going to do my own. I was going to go apply to be on the Golden Bachelor. I canceled the application. You know what? I'm going to take this in my own hand. I'm going to be my own production team and do it myself. There. So that was the verse of the day. Let's look at the word of the day.
It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day.
The word of the day today. Oh my goodness. Compassion. Compassion. And the word today is brought to us by Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Clothe yourself with that. Okay? People put on their name brand clothes, and they got their gold, what is it? Balenciaga and all this. They got that, right? All the name brand stuff they clothe themselves with. Put on compassion, put on kindness, put on humility, put on meekness, and put on patience. Because when you put these things on, people can come at you and they cannot penetrate your wall of righteousness. Because your wall is so fortressed that they cannot come in. I had to build my wall up. I had to build it. And it's a wall of righteousness. It's not a wall to keep me out or keep other people out. It's a wall of righteousness. Anybody can get through it once they're righteous. When you're not, you can't get through it. You got to be righteous. That's the code to get in. Okay? Kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. That's the code. And Colossians talks about it in chapter 3, verse 12. I want to actually put that a tattoo. Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Bam, on my neck. So anyway, I clothe myself in thoughts of compassion. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking of? Okay. I may struggle to feel compassionate, especially when I feel angry. Okay. Someone said to me, they got into a fight with their wife, and they went and they flinched at her, and she came back and punched them in the lip, busted the lip wide open, blood everywhere. And they were angry. When people are angry, they do violent things. So when another's hurtful words or hostile action seems cruel or unjust, you may feel tempted to respond the same way. When somebody does this, you may do it back, right? And end up busting up their face. So, however, striking back does not end conflicts or heal relationships. When you strike back at someone, it doesn't heal or it doesn't end a conflict. It exasperates it. That means two people are not meant to be together. If you hurting someone, then you having sex, and then you hurt, that's a cycle of toxicity and that's a cycle of abuse. You have become a maladaptive to the fuckery. In other words, you've adapted to the dysfunction. Don't adapt to dysfunction. Live life to the fullest while you're here in happiness. Find your tribe. That's what I'm doing in my bachelorette search. I'm finding a tribe that is going to, that wants me. And that even though I may not choose them, they can still be part of my journey. I knew, that they were part of my journey and they're, we're still cool, even though I didn't choose. That's what I want, mature folks. Not somebody who's gonna, be upset and you didn't pick me and crying like a toddler. No, I want mature folks. You have to, in order to be part of my bachelorette, you have to be mature. Because I may pick someone else and they may not pick you. So you got to be mature to be able to do this. Okay, this is like an experiment slash research slash, study. And I am the center of it. Okay, finding my person. So instead, as I turn within, remember I said the enemy is not outside, it's within. Turn within and conquer that enemy within. And feel the love of righteousness. That's Christ. And let that feeling, the Christ feeling in your mind, dissolve your anger. Okay, I've had someone call me and leave a vicious voicemail, like cursing me out, da 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 da. And I knew that was demon. That was a demon. It was not God or Christ or Jesus, because it was anger. It was hate. It was discriminate. It was not love. So when you feel that need to strike back at someone who hurt you, it doesn't end conflicts or heal relationships. It doesn't. But when you turn inward and feel the love of righteousness in your mind, it's going to dissolve your anger and you're going to feel calm. At those breakthrough moments, I remember anger doesn't satisfy anyone or solve problems. It does not do that. Regardless of how justified I may feel expressing my upset, that woman who left me that voicemail, she may felt justified leaving that voicemail, cursing me out, right? She may feel that way, justified about doing that. It is within my power to choose compassion instead. I chose compassion. I was compassionate with her. I said, bless this woman that she may love the person she's with and not attack me. That she may love herself and not attack me. So in my communication to righteousness, this is what I lifted this woman up to Christ's above. So I will not reciprocate others' hostility. According to this word today, compassion. I will not reciprocate others' hostility. When someone is hostile with me, I leave them alone. My younger sister, she was cursing. I said, it's okay. F you, F you, F you. She went off. And I just said, it's okay. I am not going to reciprocate other people's hostility. I will instead look beyond their anger and to see their struggles. I look beyond the anger of that woman who left me that voicemail to see her struggles. It sounds like she has some childhood trauma. It sounds like she has been traumatized as a child or even as an adult in abusive relationships. So that's where that anger and hostility came from. So instead of me attacking and reciprocating it, I look beyond it, beyond the anger to see this woman is struggling with issues. I need not approve their choices. I don't need to approve people's choices. You chose someone else over me. You left me for some other woman. That's your choice. I need not approve their choices to see them as children of God today and every day. I still see them as children of God today and every day. I don't need to approve their choices to see them as children of the most righteous of righteous today and every day. When that woman left me that voicemail, I said she doesn't know she's a child of God. She's acting like a whole heathen. Like a heathen hoe. And a heathen hoe is someone who does not know God. They don't know God. They curse, they lie, they cheat, they steal, they may murder. I'm afraid for my life, you know. But Psalm 27, I will not be afraid for 10,000 come against me. I will not. Because you're going to stumble and fall. Emmanuel is another name of righteousness. Emmanuel. Hell is low. I don't want to go. So take your hell and your low and exit. Exit. We don't go to hell. We don't want to be low. We want to be high. So we go high when you go low. Okay? So hi. When you say hello, I say hi. Selah and Selah again. Oh my gosh. That was a word of the day. That was a word of the day. Oh my goodness, that was the word of the day. We are out of time. What do I have here? Daily communication to righteousness for women. Oh my goodness. Daily communication to righteousness for women. Let's get this one.
Daily communication. Daily communication. Daily communication to righteousness. For women.
Okay, daily communication to righteousness for women. Today on the 4th of May, it's day 154, and it's about being patient. Yes, give me strength to be patient to find my person. And that's why I'm doing this process. Patient. So for women, we have to be patient. Today, the daily communication to righteousness for women is brought to us by Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. 9:11. Again, I saw that under the sun, the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. So the race isn't for the one who rushing quick. You met someone, you get mad, quick. It's not for that. The race is not for the swift, and the battle is not for the strong. It's not you're going to be all this, nor bread to the wise. nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge, but time and chance happen to them all. Time and chance. So it takes time, and it's a chance I am taking to find my person. Okay? And this is the daily communication to righteousness for women. Heavenly Father, Blessed Mother, sometimes life truly feels like a race that I'm not winning, right? You're alone. You don't have a wife. You don't have a husband. You don't have a partner, your spouse. You're alone. And it's okay to be alone. Don't think being alone is meaning you're losing. Being alone means that you're also communing with righteousness and you're winning. And that time is giving you to get yourself right, to get yourself in the best place for the best person, to be the best relationship you can ever have. So sometimes life can truly feel like a race that I'm not winning. I'm not the best at anything. I feel like I'm always falling behind. Give I strength to see the big picture, that as long as I stay true to the path of righteousness, I'm doing okay. I know that righteousness has a plan for I. Selah and Selah again. That was a daily communication to righteousness for women. I love it. I love it. My daily communication to righteousness for women is the best. Thank you so much for joining.
To righteousness
All am
for
goodness.
women. For women.
Thank you so much for joining. On the 4th of May, we have 4 people watching and we got 4 likes. And today's Bible challenge is from Ezra chapter 9, verse 10. And Ezra chapter 9, verse 10 is about discovering the pollution. Ezra's anguish over discovering the pollution, and then Ezra's acknowledgement of that pollution, and then the purging begins. Okay? Ezra takes action. So there's an anguish, there's a pain, there's a, oh my gosh, you hurt me. You cheated, you cheater. Let me tell you something. When you go online looking for people to be with or to hook up with, and you're in a relationship, it's called cheating. Okay? It's cheating. I don't know if you know that, but it's cheating. So Ezra is in anguish over these things, and Ezra acknowledges it in chapter 9, verse 5 to 15. It's discovered. The lies are discovered. The lies are revealed. And then there's a purging. So it's the confession is good for the life. When you confess that you've done wrong, it's good. You're going to be free because the truth will set you free. So that's important when you are in the righteousness. Okay? So this is not a Bible quote, but it's a biblical concept that confession is good for the soul. Look up the following verses to see what each says about the importance of confession. Acts 19, verse 18 to 20, James 5, chapter 5, verse 16, and 1 John chapter 1, verse 9. Real confession involves 2 things. An acknowledgement of wrongs committed. So you acknowledge you've done something wrong. I acknowledge I did this, this, and this. Right? The person who left me for someone else, they called and they acknowledged what they did wrong. They acknowledged it. That's the first element. The second one is forsaking of wrong conduct, meaning you're going to forsake doing that again. You're going to forsake wrong behaviors. right? Ezra 9:10 describes a grievous condition in Jerusalem, a situation that demanded both acknowledging we have been unfaithful and forsaking. Separate yourselves. Okay? Though the cure was perhaps as painful as the disease, God was pleased with the nation's prompt and full-hearted confession. In confession, or is confession overdue in your life today? Is confession overdue in your life today? There is no better time to complete this prayer, this communication to righteousness. I acknowledge I have sinned against you, and beginning today with your strength, I will forsake what? What are you going to forsake that you are confessing you did? Did you lie to someone? So you're going to forsake lying to them. Did you cheat on someone with someone else? You're going to forsake cheating on someone with someone else. You know what I mean? You're going to forsake these behaviors. So what are you forsaking today that you are going to get strength for? Okay? And confession without change is just a game. So you can confess, you did me wrong, you cheated, you lied. But when you don't have the change, it's just a game. My younger sister said this to me. She said that, let me get the text. I got to read this. She said, because she was very right about this. Oh, this is what she says. Being better instead of bitter comes from a change. So better comes from a change. When you are better and not bitter, that's when the change starts. It starts in the mind. So people talk about the revolution is not going to be televised. It's not. The revolution is going to happen in the mind. So when people change the way they talk and stop saying, my bad, you're not bad, you made a mistake, I apologize, and move it. When people stop using language in a way that is not progressing them, when they're using food in a way that's not progressing them, that's when the change happens in their mind. In your mind. So being better comes from a change. What are you going to change today? Okay. I know someone who was smoking cigarettes for 20 years and they stopped. They made a change. They became better and they made a change. They stopped smoking cigarettes. That's a deadly behavior that they've stopped to save their life from happening. And I applaud that. I applaud that. Anybody who can stop anyone that can stop a behavior that's hurting them or hurting someone else, that's a better person. That's where the change happens. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining Live in the Rise. We are out of time, actually. Our word today, compassion. Please show some compassion for folks. We all fall short of the glory. Let's show some compassion for folks. Okay? Have a blessed day. We're gonna put the wrong behind us. That's called Satan. Get back, Satan, right? Put the wrong behind us and welcome the righteous goodness that starts from within. Get the enemy out. Get the enemy out of your inside of your mind and all of that. Speak truth to power. You are powerful. Better speak truth to power. Have a blessed day. Remember, stand in love, don't fall in it. Thanks so much, El Sue, for being the most blessed moderator. Love you, girl. Mwah. Take good care. Remember now, subscribe to this channel so you can get to see who is going to be my person. Be well. Take good care.